So I recorded my first ever dead cat. By coincidence, it's not like I was trying to look for a dead cat. It was at a time where the UK Birmingham was heavily raining. I had to go outside. I've been going outside. I went outside many times when it was heavy raining and it was all wet. I never have an umbrella. Never have an umbrella. I don't want an umbrella. I always have to double hooded up and shit. But my first this is my, but when it was recently when it was heavy raining and it was all pouring on me and the rain kind of slowed down, I saw a dead cat. Like, whoa, the eyes popped out. It wasn't a kitten, it was a fully grown body cat. The eyes popped out, blood, and it was like next to like the pavement, like kind of close to the pavement. But it was still on the road, but next to the walking path, the pathway. So my assumption is either the rain flooded the cat and destroyed it, or the car. I mean, I'm assuming like a car tried to park next to tried to park, and it squished the cat because the eye like popped out. It wasn't like fully popped up. It was like online thingy. So instead of me acknowledging the cat and just walking away, I acknowledged the cat. I wasn't shocked at anything because I've seen a lot of gory stuff in my past. Not by looking at it. If you have social media and you're born in 2006 and onwards, and you lived on social media or in the internet throughout your whole life, you'll see gory stuff just by coincidence. If you have Discord, yeah, it's mainly like Twitter, Discord, even Instagram or even TikTok. You'll see gory stuff. I remember when I was on a Discord server and I was moderating a Discord server and then it was literally flooded with disgusting gory stuff, vomit gore, beheadings, people hanging themselves. I was seeing a lot of fucked up shit. Not by me searching it. It was just there. If you have Discord, Twitter, you'll just see it without you searching it. So I was like, damn. I was like, la ilaha illallah Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. What the fuck? What's going on? It's crazy. My first ever seeing a dead cat in real life. I've seen dead cats in the internet, but in real life, it's like whoa. But I recorded it. I recorded it, for educational purposes, of course. And instead of me keeping that recording to myself, I posted it on my Snapchat story. I don't know why. I just did. I kept it on, and then one of my friends I haven't spoken to in months or whatever. I don't know if I still consider him my friend, but he's on my Snapchat. I don't really consider most people. Most of the people on my Snapchat, I don't really consider them friends. Most of the people on my Snapchat are from like secondary school. There are a couple from college, but other than that, I don't really talk to them. So I don't know if I consider them friends, but let's just make it easier. A friend texted me after I haven't spoken to him in like months, saying, "Yo, remove that video, remove that Snapchat story, remove that Snapchat story. That was my dead cat that was my dead cat you posted. If you don't remove it, I'm gonna beat you up." I'm like, damn, bro. So my first ever dead cat that I saw on recorded was a dead cat of my friend, and I should have known that because it was close to his house. Even though it was across the road, it was still close to his house. And whenever I went to his house so we can go gym, he always feeds his cat in the morning, like early in the morning. So I forgot, but I completely forgot what color it was. I completely forgot. So I should have known. But it was my first ever dead cat that I saw in real life. I was like, yo, let me just post it. Like, what the fuck? I didn't post it on my Snapchat story. I didn't post it on my Instagram story. I didn't even post it on Twitter or Discord. I posted it on my Snapchat story. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, it felt weird. I obviously deleted it. I was like, okay, yeah, don't worry, bro. I'll delete that. So I deleted it. But yeah, like, my first ever dead cat that I saw was my friend's dead cat. Damn. I wonder how I would feel if I raised a cat for like a couple of years and then it dies. But it doesn't really matter to me because I have so many cats that come to my garden. I don't own them; they're just random cats, and we just feed them. Like usually 3 to 4 cats come in, even 5 cats come to the garden. They just feed them. I literally have a cat. You know what I'm saying? That comes like, literally stays outside of our garden house. And literally lives right next to our garden door. And we just feed it whenever we have the chance to. We just feed it. That's our pet. But we don't bring it to our house. It lives on the streets. So even if it passes away, we wouldn't have known because it's not our cat and we don't really care. But if any cat comes to us, we just feed it. So there's no point you owning a cat because there will be cats coming to you anyways. And if you feed it, they'll just come to you. So that could be a new pet. So even if one of the cats that come to us regularly, if it passes away, and I know it passes away, I'll be like, damn, I will just move on because it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it feels weird. And it's like I known about it because I remember years ago. Who remembers years ago when there was this YouTuber who was posting videos of him torturing his cat? I think it was from. I think he was a guy from Europe. It was video. It was video of him torturing his cat, throwing his cat around, beating him up, literally destroying him until he died. And he died. And video was on YouTube the whole time, and I watched the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And people were talking about it, and I don't think he's still on YouTube no more. But I remember when he was big and he was still on YouTube, still recording videos. There was another incident, I think it was China, where a YouTuber, a guy recorded a kitten. It was in a blender, and he kept turning the blender on and on. And the cat was making sufferous noises, and it was bleeding. And he kept turning the blender on and on until it was all full of blood. It was disgusting. Like the whole anus of the cat was destroyed. I'm like, oh fuck. And obviously it was on China because China eats dogs and cats, which is true. It is true. But there's so many videos of Westerners or Chinese people just suffering and just torturing cats and dogs, because obviously there are no animal laws in China. That's why you see whenever you see like a torture video, a torture video of cats and dogs, people also in China. And 8 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, it's always from China. But obviously there are people who torture cats. They are from Western countries, so China's not the only one. Chinese people aren't the only ones that torture cats and dogs. The reason people blame China is because there are no animal laws in China, so you can just do whatever you want. So that's why Chinese people have a bad rep when it comes to animals and stuff. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Cat dead. Record it, post on my story. Delete it because my friend told me to. Yeah, you move on. What's the moral of this video? Nothing. There are no morals of this video. Whenever you do see that cat, record it. Educational purposes. It helps you, of the mind. I don't think it does.